understanding that originally didn't have a logo in the 30s, 40s, 50s. When my father Don came into the business and started working, it was when we were creating one of our first catalogs. He and my Uncle Jim, who was in the advertising business in Atlanta, the two of them put that together using the, if you're familiar with the Wrigley Spearmint Gum original, the era, that was the what they worked from. And that's how the original logo was designed. In talking to customers about what we were doing and what more we could do, that conversation came up, that illustration came up with General Motors' Rochester carburetor plant in Tuscaloosa, where we had a branch. And they were a big customer. My father was meeting with the purchasing manager who had a dilemma. They were changing from Rochester carburetors to Harrison radiator. It was a big movement. So the plant was going to go from 150 people to 600 people, and the purchasing manager was charged with, you got to manage this with no more personnel. He was describing this to my father, and Dad started talking to him about, well, here's what we do for this other customer. We put people on their plant site, and he was like, well, maybe you could take over my storeroom, and and that's how integrated supply actually started. Good customer, had a problem, we were trying to solve the problem. We didn't know what we were doing. They didn't know what we were doing, but we sounded like a good idea, so we tried it.
Industrial distributors had no umbrella organization, and we were all concerned about big corporations taking our business because we were small in nature at that time. The affiliated distributors, or AD as we know it, was a organization that we came across way back in the early 90s. 5 of us were elected to go and talk to AD and see if they'd be interested in including Martin and industrial supplies. And they only had electrical distributors. That's all AD was. And when we joined, we made it electrical and industrial. Since that time, they've grown to mammoth sizes, and they have about 5 or 6 different disciplines. And so we did that, and we did merge with them in 94, 95, and it's been a great merger for us financially as well as customer-wise.